Hey guys, Ryan Biddle here, blogging from paradise. Knew I had some quiet time in the forest here in Cape Cod, so I want to talk a little bit about my first experience with Bigfoot. This was in the southern Adirondacks, not too far outside of the town of Gloversville. So my wife and I were hiking in a small little park, especially by standards in line with the Adirondacks. And I noticed along the one path how a tree had been twisted. It was about 5 inches in diameter. It was twisted at the base. And I could see from the pulp that it was a fresh tree, young and strong. So it looked like to me and to my wife that something with very strong hands had twisted it and removed it and placed it against another tree like a teepee. And this is something that a number of people who've had experiences with these beings have said is common, their behavior. So I saw that teepee structure. I also saw at least one other clear tree break where, again, guys, it was a young tree, relatively young, I'd say. But when I say the word fresh, I mean it wasn't weather related. The break was so low, and it certainly wasn't from old age, rot, or any other jazz. Again, it's the pulp. You're looking at the pulp and you see the twisting motion for it to be twisted from the bottom. So after these two, let me switch hands here. Really couldn't find anywhere to place the camera, phone camera. These two markers, I noticed that it was very silent within the woods. Now you're hearing chittering in the background. I think the chipmunks are letting the beings here know, hey, human, detecting my presence. So I walk along and started to feel uneasy, and I noticed, and I'm going to try to dig it up and use it as a screen share for this video, an intricate tree structure, ornate, almost looked like a hunting blind with a few logs that had to be 50, 100, 150 pounds. Intricately woven, placed together, so that really caught my attention. And it was about 30 yards off of the trailhead. So I went to take a step towards it, and instantaneously, oh, we got someone flying by. Oh no, not here, good. I got the feeling, don't you dare leave that trail. It was a strong feeling. I even heard it in my mind a little bit, the words, but it was just, don't leave, you're trespassing. Literally, on a level of form, basic logic, public park, no signs, no private property. It was just an instant surge, almost like electricity. It shocked me. So I'm like, oh my God. And right now, as I'm retelling this, I'm feeling charged through my body, hairs raising again, like that very day. So I did not step towards it. I kept moving, and I got the hell out of there that day because I just felt like I was trespassing. I was not welcome. Don't you dare walk towards this structure. I go back the next day with my wife Kelly because I was doing this solo, and about 50 yards before we reached this structure, she instantaneously tells me, now granted, I did not tell her at all about the structure, about my experience the prior day, so I just wanted to let it play out, right? So she tells me, we're in the woods, and you could see, at least to the left, the tree line was out 75 yards. So you could really see fairly, not a wide open expanse, but it wasn't the deep timber. She says to me, 50 or so yards before this structure, I feel like I'm being watched. There are eyes on me. And I felt it a little bit myself. I was creeped out the whole time I was there because I knew it happened the prior day. So she brought that to me. There were eyes on her. I felt it. So as we got closer, did not walk towards the structure, just took a snap of it with my camera or phone, probably the camera. And she thought about moving over. And I said, no. What I felt yesterday, what you felt now, were not meant to pop over there. So guys, that's pretty much it. That's my first experience with Sasquatch in the southern Adirondacks. When you saw the weight, or if you show the picture of these logs, you'd have to think about a team of Boy Scouts or a team of grown men that would have to pick them up, put them together. Why? I get bushcraft. I totally get that. But when you factor that with the tree breaks and the teepee structures along the path leading up to it, that feeling of don't you dare walk over here. And again, it's intuitive. It's just this electrical charge right away, shocked, right in your mind. Don't you dare. And then my wife explicitly telling me on her own now, I did not let her know about what was going on there, saying, I feel like I'm being watched. There's something watching me. And she got the heebie jeebies. She got freaked out. You factor all those together, I think it's definitely the big man. That's it for today, guys. Feel free to check out my other video, my Sasquatch experience in the Adirondacks, which explains another, I would say, much more vivid encounter with the big man. Until next time, signing off from beautiful Cape Cod. Enjoy paradise all.